Welcome back, guys, to Level 2 Gaming here. We've got all of us again playing the Mario Karts. We got Will, Keegan, Jordan, Tom.
Star Cup.
And we are on the third one, which is Star Cup. We'll put, again, the standings will be floating around here somewhere, probably over time.
No, I'm in last.
Yeah, Jordan's in last. So, yeah. But anyways, we're now on the Star Cup, so we're going to get jumping into Wario Stadium.
By the way, Red Bull, if you guys want to sponsor.
Yes, please, Red Bull. We have, I don't know how much you can see on the table because I didn't even look, but we have lots of stuff sitting on the table with the Red. Oh, I should pay attention.
Yeah, you should.
Hey!
As we learned last round, though, paying attention and being in last really doesn't affect your chances
Will came
in the slightest.
Will came from falling off a cliff.
I was in first the whole entire last round, and then the very last half of the last lap.
I didn't get first though. I got second.
Oh yeah, because I beat you in the last. But you came from like nowhere. Like you honestly, you were like, "Hey, I see everybody." You were like, "What?" Because you fell off the cliff.
I did fall off the cliff on. Is it Choco Mountain? Cocoa Mountain?
Could be Choco.
Chocobo Mountain.
Chocobo Mountain? I would prefer that mountain to all other mountains, honestly.
I actually know what a Chocobo is now because I played Final Fantasy for the first time.
Wow, that's cute.
Yeah, I didn't.
Do you know what a Moogle is?
No.
Well, then you're still not there yet, but you're growing, my son.
I didn't play Final. I watched Tom play Final Fantasy.
So I didn't.
And not even a real Final Fantasy.
If you guys are interested in Final Fantasy, we have a series. I'll put a little link thing that'll pop up at the top of the screen here. You can check it out there. Once you're done watching this video, of course.
You guys are playing the demo of the newest.
We're playing
one,
Final Fantasy 15 episode.
Okay, so we've got 3 Final Fantasy fans here, right? Then at least.
Yeah, I played every
3 of the 4.
Every single one, Jordan.
Yep.
Wow.
Even the knockoffs or just like the main titles.
Well, I
mean,
I haven't played like the Mystic Quest and everything like that from like.
But you've played like 1 through 15 or 1 through 14.
I played 1 through 14.
Wow, that's impressive. I haven't played that many. Which one is your favorite?
9.
9. Okay.
So 9, the reason
with Vivi and
Vivi and everything. So
with the guy who looks like a Saiyan because he has a tail.
Yeah, well, he turns into a Saiyan with one of his hyper, like his.
Does he go Super Saiyan? Or?
Yeah, well, he grows his tail gets bigger. He gets like this energy field around him. His hair gets spiky.
Okay, so
he literally turns into a Saiyan.
Yeah, okay, that's awesome.
Which is because I think
he was pronounced that Saiyan. Now I feel stupid.
No, well, you probably
are stupid.
You're.
Oh wow, Keegan.
You just pronounce things differently because
you're English. Remember, you're British.
Remember.
Someone besides me get a lightning bolt when I'm in last place.
I don't know, but
I have the monopoly on awesome stuff here, and
I think you're gonna say I'm crack.
So your favorite is 9, though, Jordan. Do you have a particular reason? 9 is your favorite.
So I like the older ones a lot. Like 6 is probably my favorite. Or technically 6, it was like 4 or whatever. But so 9 mixed the best parts of the 3D Final Fantasies with all of the old school sensibilities because they brought back in like the class specific skills.
Yeah.
And I really liked that a lot. I also thought that the character specific writing was really good.
God damn, I can't get any
like there's a character Freya, who's a dragoon in that game, and her story, like her character arc, is just super duper tragic.
Okay.
And so I just really think that the writing and the art style.
Don't get a lightning bolt. Don't get a lightning bolt.
Really just kind of holds up with the test of time, and so 9 is just by far my favorite.
Fair enough.
Followed by probably 6, then probably 12, and then.
So every 6, or you like ones and multiples of 3s apparently.
Yeah, and then 8.
Oh, that's not bad.
7's actually pretty far down.
I'm pretty sad no one said 10 yet. That's my favorite.
Your 10 is your favorite, Tom?
Hey, Tom, if it makes you feel good, my favorite one's
Do you have
Final Fantasy 15 episode Duske.
What's your what makes 10 your favorite, Tom?
It was the first one to have real voice acting.
If you call Tidus's voice acting real.
My nose itches.
But it was still cool, you know, because
I did
usually you read that text box and it takes forever, and I don't mind doing that, but I just like the fact that it was a little bit more cinematic.
Yeah,
well, I will say that
it was a hell of a world, man.
It
Spyro was beautiful.
And I gotta say, Auron is probably one of the coolest characters that has ever come out of the Final Fantasy.
Yeah, for sure. And Blanca was interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be the one who's super mainstream on here and say that I think 7 is my favorite, if only because it's one. I've only played, I think 7 and 8 all the way through. Besides maybe 1 as well. I played the first one like when I was a little kid and beat it, and then again on PSP, I think. But
what did 1 come out on?
Originally NES.
It was the NES.
Yeah.
I know.
And then we didn't get another one. We didn't get 2. We didn't get another one until Super Nintendo. But I'm going to say that one's my favorite. But that being said, dabbled with most of them, and I know that if I actually played like 6 all the way through, it would probably end up being my favorite because it's essentially just Star Wars mixed with Final Fantasy.
6 to me is like Zelda done as Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Like Link to the Past done as Final Fantasy.
I just got hung up on the wall.
Woo! Want another one? Finally.
Oh, that bomb just saved your life.
No, I had the upside down question mark.
Yeah, it's a bomb.
It's not a bomb.
Yes, it's a bomb.
It's a reverse item thing.
Yeah,
Jordan, you're doing great.
We're doing really bad today.
The mystery boxes, those are bombs, right?
Yeah.
You guys drop. What have you always called those?
We called them just upside down question marks.
They're bombs, right?
I don't know.
Guys.
I don't really give them a name. I just like
I just hate them. I call
fake
them
item.
shit because I go shit whenever I hit them.
Like literally.
This is a dangerous one to boost on. You
Yes.
actually don't want to boost a lot of times on this one because you end up going in the ice. or the
Ah,
water.
fuck it.
There goes
bomb.
Peach.
So, getting back to like.
Oh shit! We both did it!
So Final Fantasy
Let's try and
VII,
jump
I love it a lot. It was my first foray into the Final Fantasy world.
Sure.
I actually spent, because I was homeschooled and lonely. I
I
actually
thought you said you went to American public schools. You liar!
Well, when I played Final Fantasy, I was
homeschooled.
homeschooled.
Okay, fair
And
enough.
lonely.
Because that came out in 90.
Were you homeschooled because of it?
No, so my family's a super conservative Christian family, and they didn't want to send us to public schools because of Satan. And
No!
Real concern
Yeah.
in today's world.
well, we were in North County, which like in Hazelwood Central, which is
Worth it.
is the biggest public school here in St. Louis.
Yes.
But yeah, they didn't want to send us there. Long story short, I ended up spending about 150 hours on one playthrough of Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, dude.
Getting
Max
it-
that clock out, just like me.
Getting absolutely everything.
Mhm.
I beat
The
all the
perfect
weapons.
files.
Yep, I
Yep.
beat all the weapons. I got all of the chocobos.
Yep.
I got Knights of the Rounds.
Yep.
Which, and I mean,
Which breaks the game.
Yeah, watching Knights of the Rounds is probably a good 50 hours of Final Fantasy VII because that summon lasts so long.
But it's so awesome.
Yeah, and then I decided to just cheese that game
Oh,
because
you.
I just beat
suck.
Sephiroth by just miming Knights of the Round the
Yep.
whole entire time.
Yep.
Yahoo!
Or you get I forget, there's one exploit you can do with like multi-cut.
Yep, but I think it's all with mom.
God! I went from second to last because of Tom, I think.
Yeah.
But no, I'm really excited about 15 because it's done by the guy who did
Fucking
Type
Penguin.
Zero, which is a really cool Final Fantasy as well. That was on the PSP and it recently just came out onto PS4 and Xbox One. It reminds me of Parasite Eve, which is also one of my favorite games. Pretty much just Square Enix in the 90s did no wrong in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then they just
Good old Squeenix.
God!
well, they were back. I guess they were just Square Soft back then. They
Yes.
didn't. They just.
They didn't merge.
I think it was early 2000s they merged.
Yeah,
or was
and
it
I
late
was-
90s?
It was early 2000s, I want to say. And I was really excited because I really liked the Dragon Quest series. And I was like,
Yeah.
alright, neat. Dragon Quest with like Final Fantasy production values, and then Dragon Quest just like.
Shit!
Fell,
Took a risky jump and I fucked it.
Oh!
That was really
Okay,
good.
That
I
was
got a
really
blue
close.
shell after you all went through, so. Yay, I didn't come in last.
I tried to
one
go
of the
for
first,
glory.
very first RPGs that I can remember playing, Dragon Warrior 1 and 2 combo pack on my Game
On the
Boy
Game-
Color.
me too.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
that was-
getting so lost because I was like 8.
Yep. And I was like, why? And why can't I see my characters? I want to see.
Yeah, exactly.
Why you guys
Damn
do
it.
that?
Yeah, I don't know why you
have
guys
to
do that either. It's totally based on timing.
I know,
I mean,
but
it
if I
is.
hit it enough, Tom said that last time too, but if I hit
You
it
know
enough,
what?
I'll hopefully get the time right.
No, see the thing is
It
I
doesn't work
did it
that
as
way.
a kid, and it's just at this point like
Yes, had
it
it.
is muscle memory.
No!
My
No!
own blue shell.
No!
If it makes you feel any better, my own blue shell did hit me right before that
Sorry.
happened.
I just peaked the
I
audio.
think we're on our own.
Yeah, you just beat the audio and you lost your voice.
I'm actually recovering, like I think I said this before in one of the other videos, I'm recovering from a sore throat, so I just got my voice back this morning. And
That was the best blue shell you could have.
Yeah, that was beautiful. I could not have done that better. I'm very pleased with that.
So, since we have Will here as well, what would you say your favorite video? If you had to choose one video game as your favorite,
I fucked it.
One favorite. Well, I thought I was about to crash, but one video game that is my favorite.
And it can be from any console. Like, we're not gonna be an elitist and be like, it has to be.
Do I have
from...
to pick one? Can I pick a couple?
Sure, go for a couple.
Okay, so
No!
I think, man, that's really hard. But okay, number one, the game that I probably lost the most time to as a kid was a game in the Wing Commander series. Are you guys familiar with that?
Oh, I love Wing Commander.
Wing Commander Privateer. A series of space sim games. The first ones were more generic. Well, not generic. They were really good. Were sort of, you flew missions. You had specific objectives. And what the cool thing about them was that depending on how you did in the missions, failure didn't necessarily mean that you lost.
Yeah.
Failure changed the plot, which was awesome. Yeah. But then, after a few games in the standard series, they came out with Wing Commander Privateer, which I always basically describe it as the closest thing to a Han Solo simulator that you could have in the 90s. So, you just basically, you start the game off with a ship, a tiny little bit of money. The ship is crap. And you can take missions, bounties, pick up cargo, fly to other planets, make profit if you're smart by taking, like, ores and minerals to the refinery and taking... refined goods to like the planets that need it, like that are huge colony planets or whatever. And I played that game so much. So that's probably my number one all-time favorite. Number two, though,
Hey, we should keep Will talking more often because I'm winning. Just wanted to say that.
Well, you got such an early lead because I ruined everybody first at the beginning of this
By
match.
everybody, you mean me and Jordan.
Yeah, and I just haven't recovered since.
Yeah.
I've been doing terrible this.
What was your second game, Will? Sorry.
The second game... This is gonna sound strange because I still haven't finished it, but Morrowind.
Yep.
I modded that game so much and played that game so much that I still haven't even beaten the main quest, and I've been playing it for literally like 10 years.
Right. I bought that the other day for Xbox because I never got to play that game.
Dude,
it's so good.
Tom, I don't know if you have a computer to do it, but that game is 1,000 times better on PC.
Yeah,
like
I can't
literally
do keyboard and mouse stuff.
PC Master Race.
Hook up a. Well, okay, Tom. For this game, a keyboard and mouse is 1,000 times easier than a controller. Because the design was designed for a keyboard and mouse, so when you try to play it on a computer, it is not as good, or with a controller, it's just not as good. Which is funny because then they did the next game, Oblivion, and it was a little bit better on both, and then Skyrim was actually completely better with a controller.
Ready. Sorry.
I need to play Oblivion again. I love that game.
Of course, everybody else gets a boost with me.
Oblivion is amazing, but something about how Morrowind didn't just feel like a normal high fantasy world.
Yeah.
Because it was set on the island that is, or I'm sorry.
Oh shit.
Because it's set on the island of the Dark Elves. Is just so, to me, was just so much more interesting than just like running around in the woods and
just
in
Tamriel.
just Tamriel, exactly.
Honestly,
and that's part of why I like
oh my
Skyrim
God.
so much too, was because of the it was like that Nordic feel.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that I think that series went way down hills.
Downhill,
Wait, down hills, guys.
multiple
Down
hills.
Do you
several
think
hills.
Elder Scrolls did?
Yeah, since Morrowind.
Oh,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I disagree.
I
Which is
disagree.
fine.
Morrowind is my favorite, but I don't think it's gone downhill.
You have the right to disagree. But I
Yeah,
don't agree
you
with your
have the
disagreement.
right to disagree with me.
You have the
I
right
just
to
think
remain
that-
silent.
I'll wait first.
Like, I don't think
I know,
Skyrim
right?
is a fun game.
What?
I've never
I played
Skyrim.
I played a good 30 hours of it, and
Damn it.
got
Okay,
pretty...
that alone says something right there.
Well, no, and I just couldn't get into it. I just thought the world was super
But
boring.
remember, you thought the same thing about Dark Souls.
But Jordan, I mean, okay, this is two different people thinking about time investment differently, I guess, but like,
God.
to me, if I don't think a game is fun, I won't put more than 5 hours into it. So the fact that you I did the same thing. The fact that you put 30 hours into it, to me, says you must have liked something.
Well, I mean, like...
The tutorial is pretty long.
No, well, I mean, like...
Come on, you're out of that thing in 15 minutes.
To be fair, I did spend 15 of those hours creating my character, but but no, like, so I spent $60 on it because I was like, well, you know what, like I enjoyed a lot of the other games in the series and everything. I'm gonna pick this up at launch, and I just was like, all right, well, I need to at least dedicate a good bit of time to it before I say, because I'm like, you know, it's an RPG, it's got a slow start. I don't want to really only spend 5 hours on it because that's not fair to it. So I invested a good bit of time, you know, leveling up and everything,
Sure.
and like, you know, I gave it a fair chance, and I thought it was an incredibly uninteresting world.
Fair enough.
Tom, you're so far ahead of us. How the hell do you do that?
And
God!
Because you did that.
And
because you did that, King.
And it is
Because
similar
you
to
touch
Dark
yourself
Souls,
at
but I
night.
don't know, there's just something about Dark Souls world and the lore that it has and like the fantasy that it's built around it that I find infinitely more interesting than anything else.
That's fair enough. I mean, not every game is made for any person, but I just kind of always felt that Skyrim was kind of universally lauded.
Oh, it is. I enjoy Fallout way more though.
Mm.
Like if I had to choose a world to spend, I'd just
Done.
die.
I feel like we finished in the same position pretty much every time, other than Will and Tom switch.
Yeah.
Because it's always been me third, you fourth, but then those two just...
Oh man,
I think it's because I barely had.
I think
any
Will's
beer
still
today.
winning. I think I could take this on Special Cup. I think I might be able to.
Yeah.
So.
I think I could just continue to suck.
Anyway,
Anyways, we are done with the Star Cup.
Star Cup over. Next cup is
Special! Ooh, I
Special.
love this one. I forgot about this.
Rainbow Road, baby.
Rainbow
Do
Rock.
it. Yoshi Valley kills me.
Yes.
Oh man.
Anyways, thanks again, guys, for watching. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below.
Yep.
And welcome to the second level.
Keegan can't talk. It's fun. Don't worry. Bye.
No!
Yes, somehow.
No! This is gonna be the greatest comeback of Mario Kart. You better hit that fucking bomb in front of you. Hit that bomb. Hit that bomb.
I was in first for.